fine.
Ron,
I'll say,
Ron.
Ted,
God, those
I know that
Canadians.
you're trying to
Jesus Christ.
conceal information from me.
Those Canadians. All right, what's the link?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, he's more of an acquaintance, but
Yeah, that is true. I wait, except I don't think I have my dice up. I can flip a coin for it.
Just
Oh.
use a that
I
digital
can
dice.
use a digital die. I'll use a
Use a
digital
Google dice. The Google
Okay,
dice.
wait, what
that
is-
way we know
what-
you're not cheating, bro.
What is the link, Victor? 'Cause I know that nobody saw that. Yes, unless someone just happened.
You're popping everything there. I can keep her.
Yeah, this.
You know, there's growing pains. You know, just these growing pains.
All right. Finally.
Wait. What are you trying to find, dude? Wait, what is your name? What's your name on Twitch? I'll just look it up and then I'll just post it.
Also, it is the last stand of Minas Lothian.
Is it
The
Hall of
last-
Cat or Hall of Cats?
All right,
the cats
we're
are
getting
in the hall.
the cats are off.
Yeah, I'll just. Where do I post it? Do I post it in general?
Just please anywhere,
Yeah.
and I will post it everywhere.
hmm
Okay. All right.
Except for Facebook, apparently. Can't be posting that on Facebook.
It's going on Facebook.
Oh,
Going on Facebook.
oh.
Link. Yeah,
Nice.
we need them to fill the hall. We might, yeah. I'm sure someone's gonna come back and point at the beginning of these first. Like I guarantee you, Steven Dronfeld is gonna look at this tomorrow and see this chaotic first 10 minutes and laugh.
Good. I'm glad that it was exactly.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's true.
I think we should keep it. I think we should keep it.
Yeah.
Yeah, as a character, you know, if people watch the Australian people, you know, they're whatever they're
I mean,
things,
if
you know
people watch
you know what I'm
look at
talking
it,
about, bro. They
right?
always have this banter, and I think the English people too, the people from UK, they always have this banter. People, they either love it or hate it, you know. Probably helps that you're from the region, you know, to understand the banter. But yeah, people, you know, they love stuff like that. People
Oh,
don't
all
like
right.
it when you're too boring.
Ted's here. Alistair is so driving. All right, Ted's here. Ted's watching. We're in. Okay,
Oh,
we've got
finally,
an
dude.
audience.
Yeah,
Yep,
finally
an
we can
audience.
Ted, why
start.
are you ducking your list?
Okay. How about that? All right, cool.
Yeah.
Sure. So this is as far as this is the last 800 point event before the new edition comes out. There will be an 800 point event on the day the new edition comes out, but it will be using the old rules. So I claim that it's the last one of this edition. And it is basically the third of Minas Lothian tournament that I've run in Battlegrounds in Richmond, Virginia. It is so far, it used to have a gimmick. So the first one of this was, oh boy, the first one of this was no legendary legions. Then it was no profiles from armies of the Hobbit, and it was going to be this year no fight 5 or higher warriors. But with the new edition coming, I was just like, let's let people bring out their best and their worst. So, and their last. For many, this will be the last time when, as we can see, Variags of Khans. The last time they'll ride as fully equal participants. But yeah, the scenarios will be randomly drawn. The matchups initially will be randomly drawn. I used to do thematic matchups, but I want to remove my hand from it. Let the invisible hands take care of it. We have Longshanks,
Look,
so
thematic matchups. I played against Rivendell Knights with Last Alliance last year. Caleb, what are you talking about?
you were Rivendell Knights against the Watcher in the Water.
No. I was Last Alliance, and I played against Rivendell Knights.
Oh, right. That's what. No. Okay, I did thematic. No, because remember, Alex, last year we had the seating problem, where
No,
I
I
was.
thought you didn't.
Yeah. Last year I was going to. I tried to pre-seed the matchup, and that didn't. That wasn't popular. So then we just did random for everything, and I had people draw out of a cup ostentatiously to prove that there was no rigging going on. But the fact that there was seeding led to no thematic matchup, although that was my original plan. But that was the year before. That was the thing. So it was like Watcher in the Water versus Lothian on the Watcher in the Water board. But yeah, but now it's just fully random, fully standard. We have the 4+ major victory because that's what we do in Richmond now. Well, not now, but we used to do it. And otherwise, it's all standard. Two hours.
Jeez, that's a tight round, Caleb. Wow.
Like, you need those 15 minutes.
I mean, yeah, honestly.
2.5 for 1,000 dead.
How else am I supposed to be jovial and merry with my opponent if I don't have 15 minutes of just unscheduled banter?
You can make it happen and then just win earlier. Oh, Victor, apparently they can't hear you. They cannot hear Victor.
Mm-hmm. I want to add something.
Oh wow, there it is. Yeah,
To what you were saying, Victor.
Go ahead.
Done. No.
I
was
saying. Okay,
you have to repeat it.
So, what I was saying is one of the Aussies that we were just previously mentioning. He's adding 15 minutes in the beginning of each round for that like banter and getting to know your opponent and stuff and deployment. And then with that 15 minutes, once deployment's ready, then you start, and then that's when time starts. And so people should, I guess, start with deployment already done. That kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
Because some deploy faster than others, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I'm I've only actually played for less than a year, and especially since I'm considering myself like a competitive player, so I want to do everything optimally. So it takes me a while to actually make the right moves. So if you're telling me 15 minutes to like go over someone's list, talk to them, to set up the terrain and all those things, that's actually, I would like to see that more, because I feel like sometimes the round starts, I'm just thrown into the game, and it's like, hey, I'm playing this list, I'm playing against someone's army that I've never played against before. I just have to take everything they say at face value and hope what they say is correct. I can't even look over their list, because if not, that just eats up my time. And I want to finish the game. I don't want to just be there looking at their list, and then the next thing I know, like, we didn't finish the game because I was slow playing because I didn't know what they were doing.
And speaking of Steven
So-
Dromfeld, wasn't he the one that had the hot take to where if you don't finish the game, you shouldn't score any points, something like that? From the
I
Into the
heavily doubt
West.
there's. Oh, well, maybe facetiously he said that. I mean, Steven is kind of famous for like basically always going to time, or so he claims. He doesn't actually always go to time, but he would prefer to.
Mhm.
In the ideal world, there are 4 turns, and he is winning for all of them, and it's Goblin Town on domination.
Yeah.
I mean, that's my ideal world too, you know?
Good old Goblin Town. What's going to
Yeah.
happen to Goblin Town?
Probably nothing.
Dude, nothing. They haven't said anything. You know, it's probably going to be.
Same.
You know,
Exactly.
where they.
Well, no piercing strike now.
I don't
so at least
know.
that's a
Yeah,
little,
so they got worse.
little
They got
nerf.
slightly
Oh,
worse.
slight nerf,
Yeah.
yeah.
But anyways, do we have lists? Do we have
Yeah,
a
we
list?
better
let's get
just
into
stop
this.
wrangling.
Okay, yeah.
Let's start with the faction breakdown here. I think I don't know all these abbreviations. I'm hoping that you do, Caleb.
I think so.
All right, well
should.
go over it then, because I don't know them all. I don't want to say any that are
Right.
wrong.
The quality. Hang on, let me see. So I can zoom in on my own picture and not on the stream one. All right, so there are 3 Rivendels, 2 Hosts of the Witch Kings,
Oh, that's
2. Ooh, BF. Would that be? That's the breaking of the Fellowship. What is BF?
Battle of Fornos?
Battle of
Battle of
Fornos.
Fornos?
Yep.
Furnace. Yeah.
2 Mordors, 2 Khazad-dûms, an Isengard, an Iron Hills, a Survivors of Lake Town, a Serpent Horde, and a Farharad, a Khand, a Minas Tirith, and a Numenor, 1 Angmar, although I know what that Angmar is, and it's not a real Angmar, and then the Desolator of the North. That's the
Smog.
duo. And then VN. Ooh. What is VN? And then Easterlings, Bayernings.
VM
Right.
back to.
It's not
VN.
Barangs of Khan.
No, that's VK.
Yeah.
VN. Oh man, I can look up on Shanks.
Vanquishers of the Necromancer.
Yes, it is
Oh my
Vanquisher of the
goodness.
Necromancer.
I know who's
Yeah.
playing that list, bro.
Oh my gosh, there's some
I know who's
spicy
playing that
things.
list.
My
And then
goodness.
Fiefdoms.
We're not gonna be able to see all the list either, but yeah, okay. And then FIFA.
Oh, and then what? And then DM would be. What is DM? Cole Swear is playing DM, and it is
Denizens of Mirkwood.
Depth of Moria. Depth
Oh
of
no!
Moria.
Wow! Oh, good guess, Alistair, but I guess you're not right.
Balrog.
Totally wrong. Totally. Alright.
We need to change. We need to call Longshanks. Change this. Needs to be Denizens.
You know,
of Mirkwood.
they are clear. Yeah, the acronyms are, I suppose, unique. I think DDM is Dark Denizens of Mirkwood.
I see. Okay.
Okay.
Well, let's then look at our first list and know.
Well,
particular order? No?
just to say the ones that I know are allied to each other. There's not an independent Numenor. There's not an independent Angmar, and
Not an independent Easterlings.
not an independent Easterlings, and not an independent Khand. I think both are allied into Mordor. And I think the
Cowards.
Rivendels are mostly allied into other things. So I think there's 1 Khazad-dûm Rivendell, and maybe 1. I think there are just 2. There are 2 pure Rivendels. Does that seem plausible?
Yeah, from what I
Yeah.
was seeing earlier. Very
Yeah,
possible. Yeah.
2 pure Rivendels, and then 1 Rivendell Khazad-dûm, and then 1 pure Khazad-dûm, who was Alistair.
Oh, you weren't supposed to say that, Caleb. All of my secrets are now
It's
out
not like
there.
everyone has it already submitted. Well, if we want to start with that, we can now that we're on the subject.
Yeah. Okay.
So here it is. Can you see? I guess you
Yeah, I
you
can
know
see
your
it.
list, Alistair. It's on the screen now. I don't want to make you crash.
Yeah, I mean, I would prefer not to be distracted driving.
So I'll read it out. It's the Kingdom of Khazad-dûm. It has Durin as the leader, the King of Khazad-dûm, with 2 Vault Warden teams, 9 Khazad Guard that have the Hearth Guard upgrade, and 3 Dwarf Warriors with shield. Also, we have the Dwarf King with 3 Vault Warden teams, 3 Dwarf Warriors, and 2 Iron Guard. And last, the King's Champion group with 2 Volt Warden teams, 1 Dwarf Warrior with a shield, 2 Iron Guard, and 1 Dwarf Warrior with a 2-handed axe and a dagger. No, exchange 2-handed axe and a dagger. Wait. No, I was right the first time. Exchange axe for 2-handed dagger and a shield. So you have a shield and a 2-handed axe?
It's because
I don't know what
he
I
had a
have.
he put a 799 point list in, so I just gave him one of his guys has a
what is
2-handed
happening?
axe that he can pull out
Oh,
But
at
why
any
does he have
time.
a shield?
nice.
Pull it out.
Because I have a hand weapon, right? I have a
better pull it
dagger.
out.
I can.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you do have a hand weapon. Yeah, still.
Yeah, you have
Yeah.
a dagger and shield, and if you want to pierce, you go down to D6 already, and you have the 2-handed one.
All right, so 40
Wow, look at
models
Caleb.
total. That's a good number of dwarves. 10 broken 21 and quartered 10. 7 might. Only 7 might.
Only.
Ted is openly raging in the chat right now at my editing of Alisher's list, which fair enough. Look, I said to him, I'm an open opportunity advice giver. I gave him advice.
And you gave him a 2-handed weapon.
You know,
so
Ted,
that's
I
amazing.
mean, at the end of the day, look, this is the last year you're going to have to put up with him in Richmond. Unfortunately, he's coming back to Pennsylvania. So,
Yeah, I'm graduating.
That
from
was sad, you know.
it is what it is.
Then
Well,
Hagen and
I mean,
can
that's
actually,
matter,
win
right?
once in a while.
Who won the last one? I mean, Steven will the dropouts and Ted will still be here. So
That's good.
if you can prevent
Still
them
Ted
from
around.
coming down, then you can stop them.
Cool. So
Okay.
what do we think about this list?
I think he's a coward and lame for doing Durin.
Interesting.
Personally,
Really?
I mean,
Wow.
I
Tell me how you really feel, Caleb.
I think that defense, as we've been over, just makes you die slower. I'm not too keen on dwarves, although they do
Dwarf
some
Rangers?
damage. They do have higher strength. Those Hearthguard are going to be pretty good. But yeah, I don't know. There is not a lot of mobility either. So that's another thing I'm noticing.
Well, in the new edition, they're going to give him 6 inches of movement. So
Hey, they're
It's
good
wide.
at sprinting, I hear.
I don't.
dwarves, you know.
But at
That's
the same
weird,
time, like
right?
it's a solid block. That there's not much that's going to be able to break through this line at all. So wherever
From a
Alisher
specifically
goes,
from
he
a
can do.
specifically Casa Doom perspective, I think I think Durin is unnecessary for a man who supposedly doesn't need these big heroes. You could have easily had 2 captains. You could have had a shield bearer.
Ooh, a
and you
shield
could have
bearer would be
Could have skipped the
Spicy.
Hearth Guard and just go all Iron Guard. And I think
Pure Iron Guard. Well, you see, Caleb,
Iron Guard, King's Champions, and I like the Vault Wardens. I'll give you the Vault Wardens. But
I mean, well, we're
I-
good. You see,
I don't believe in
ended last edition with Durin, and so it's only fitting that I end this edition with Durin.
okay.
You've been playing longer than us two at the bottom here. I'm also pretty.
Yeah,
low,
you
though.
know, Durin was my boy back then. Durin is my boy now. Durin is obviously, I mean, I'm on the record of saying Durin is a top 5 hero in the game. So, I mean, I also, as you know, Caleb, I have a reputation of being a power gamer. So I just took the opportunity to construct the statistically superior list in every conceivable way, and that's what everybody's going to get to experience tomorrow. Just a real display of my mathematical and like computational power.
You're not even gonna be playing this dwarf list. Like you've already done the cognitive work. You just put the list down
And it runs itself.
And it just operates.
Oh, I mean, yeah, like obviously this list is the equivalent of like the Ferrari of Middle Earth strategy battle game. You just plop it on the table, the puppy like starts up right away, and you're just off to the races. So
Yeah.
I mean, this is pretty much just a low thinking list. I figured this would be a great opportunity yet again. I mean, just my hope is that by doing well at this tournament, I will crack the international like field of players. And maybe Jake Claire would like, you know, answer my messages, you know?
you send him lots of love letters or something? Like, are you flirting with him so far and it's not really
I mean,
not
Caleb, I'd like
working
to
out?
leave some elements of my like
Ambiguity.
life
All right.
personal, you
No,
know?
I'm just saying, I think it's something that people want to know. But, if you think it's personal,
Yeah.
it's personal.
I think the Builder Strategy battle gaming community, there's not. It's missing something. I think this is what it's missing. And I'm glad that we can talk about this and bring it to light.
I think we're all a little
Oh,
obsessed with Jay Clare. I mean, we play this game because we think it'll make him happy. Like that's
oh,
really
yeah.
yeah.
When push
When I
comes to
say
shove, that's what it's about.
We all hope just to get good enough at this game so that we can play against Claire and just lose a horrible lose horrifically, really. But yeah, no, that's the aim here. Maybe next edition I'll have my opportunity to shine.
what XX Big Dog GXX6. I think I think this is I assume this is Sam. He's calling out Tomas for his 6-inch comment about the dwarves, which none of us challenged.
But
And
No, we
and
all
Think-
tacitly
you're all like,
agree.
yeah, that's
Silence is
think it.
consent.
think about it, bro.
Yeah,
And this is a safe assumption to make.
why
I
why
agree.
why
I
is
had
it
any information proving that they're not getting a 6-inch charge, so we can assume that they are getting a 6-inch charge. George's biggest problem is their movement. The best way to, buff them is to give them 6 inches. I'm not telling you
that's
where they're
true.
getting the 6
That's
inches,
true.
but they're getting 6 inches somewhere in the next edition.
I mean, I literally couldn't have said it better myself. That is a masterpiece of like articulated thought right there.
Mm-hmm.
I think you read Jay Clare's thoughts for real. Just
Yeah.
now.
No.
Whoa. Turn that light back on.
Yeah, Kill.
Six,
I don't know
six-
what you thought you were about to start. Gosh, dude. Never mind. All right, but anyways, yep, that's my list. We'll see how it goes. Do we have another list?
We do. We have another list.
Okay.
So let me take your.
Wait, more people, just me and Tad, are going to this tournament.
It's true. And yeah, there
Wow.
are more. Here's Robert's list. Robert
Loader.
Loader. And this is our first
with
Rivendell
30
only.
with 30. Wow, that's actually crazy.
It's kind of wild. You want to go over it, Caleb?
Yeah, this is we have Gilgalad, High King of the Elves, with shield. And we have in his warband a High Elf Warrior with Banner, Shield, Spear, 4 Elves with Shield, Spear, 5 Elves with Shield, 3 Spear, Bow, 3 Spear. No Kingsguard in sight. He doesn't need Fight 6. He's got a Fight 9 infantry model. And then we
Who
have
needs them?
With a spear. Don't forget.
with
Yeah.
Gilgalad will be spear supporting, presumably. I think that's why he's kept him on foot. I feel like Evan Iverson. Elrond, Master of Rivendell, is on horse though. And he has 3 knights with him. As always, Rob Loader's kind of fun, like warband categorization where he actually has them at like divisions of an army. So like that was the infantry, and this is now the cavalry. So it's Elrond with his 3 knights, and then Gildor and Glorian with 9 Noldoran exiles, 4 of which have spear and bow, and 5 of which have throwing daggers. So yeah, that's the shape of it.
7.
What do y'all
I
think?
mean, I wasn't
31
scared to
models.
say those 5 throwing daggers, man. That's a killer right there.
Do they also re-roll like
Aristor, no, they're just
Oh, okay. They're just regular.
they
daggers.
know. And they're also 2-point throwing daggers.
Ooh, that's expensive. At least they move 8 though,
Big
right?
spender, man.
They do move 8. They're defense 3. And they I mean yeah.
Someone's having fun. Someone's going to be having fun tomorrow. That's all that matters.
Yeah, I mean I like the
I agree.
idea of having both Gilgalad and Elrond in a list just for vibes. But But
Gilgalad's gonna get nerfed next edition, so you might as well bring it this edition, so that you can have your fun before it's not even worth playing him anymore.
what? Yeah. What exactly? What exactly is that nerf going to be, Tomas?
Tomas has
You
the
guys-
No horse.
inside
No horse.
knowledge.
It's no
Put
horse. It's no
Gilgalad
horse. Well,
at-
I've got
yeah,
I've
no
got something to
horse.
tell you. I've got
No
something to
horse.
tell you about this list right here, Tomas.
Oh, I see now.
Yeah.
And they're
He's
getting used to
preparing. He's preparing.
they're preparing.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Exactly. Robert wants to be clear. Like he wants to give everybody else a chance at this tournament. And so he's doing the gentlemanly thing, which is taking Gilgalad without a horse. And I commend him
Yeah.
for it, honestly.
At least he's defense 8. He's also only 31 models, and to be fair, 10 bows.
10 bows, yeah, 10 elf bows.
Shooters be shooting, Caleb. Shooters be shooting.
I've ran into a Rivendell, gun line before, and that's not fun. It's no fun.
That was mine, right?
Yeah, it was yours. Yeah, that game sucked.
I just stayed in the
mind you,
forest.
where I had to charge into him and he was behind the forest, so
And
I'm
Woodland
playing
Preacher,
Minas Tirith.
it was just stacking. Yeah, it was just
So-
that one was not great.
I
I two-handed a lot though. It was the only way I was able to kill him. He had defense 6 and
7.
7. Yeah,
Seven.
defense
No,
seven.
D7 all
Two-handing is
around.
the way to go.
yeah. And the next edition, it is.
It's there. Yeah, not
It's-
nerfed as far as we know.
Yeah. Mhm.
As far as we know, the only thing
Mhm.
is no piercing strike. But
Maybe
anyways,
buffed. Maybe buffed.
Hey,
Yeah.
people say
Yeah.
it's
Maybe it
not.
becomes the new piercing strike.
I mean, how else are you going to damage dwarves?
They give you the +1, but you don't get the -1 fight
That would
penalty.
be insane. Everyone
You
would
just
take
get
them
+1.
all the time.
Yeah.
Just get a +1 to wound.
But
One point.
you can't take a shield. So now you're
I
down
would, I
one.
would not care. I would
I
take
don't-
all two-handers
Yeah.
at that point.
Yeah.
Does it
you
count
can't support-
two-handed
you can't
spears too?
support
Are we talking about that?
anything.
Just swing over the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. Anyways, back to Robert's list. I think he's gonna he might struggle with numbers a lot. I mean, it is.
Oh yeah,
31
only
models.
31.
It doesn't have, even though it's like elves, it does not have a lot of resistance to magic at all.
None at all. None at all. Gildor has 4 will.
Gildor has
these
4,
are
Elrond
all
has 3, Gilgalad has 3.
He has 3.
3. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Like,
yeah.
These
This
are
is-
all semantics.
This is
Yeah.
a dice game after all. You just have to.
Exactly.
You just have to. The magic
You
just
just
has
have to roll
hit enough
sixes.
times to not matter. So.
And we haven't seen,
know.
as far as we know, we haven't seen any Fight 6 warriors yet. So it looks like the Fight 5 will be efficient for him.
I think, given that we're not seeing any Lothlorien and the fiefdoms is pure, I don't think we get any Fight 6 warriors,
Yeah.
sadly. This was our chance. We could have had Kingsguard.
No Kingsguard. Didn't want to pay.
He didn't want to do it. He wanted to pay for his 3 Rivendell Knight.
His throwing
You know,
daggers.
Caleb,
It's
Rob
10 points on
decided
throwing
that
daggers.
Gilgalad didn't need guards. He was ready to catch hands. He's ready to just catch fists with anybody that might look at him the wrong way.
Yeah. In fact, I just realized there's no helm. I thought there might be a helm for this tournament,
No.
just because the movie. Maybe there will be some.
I'm sure there will be many helms after he comes
Yeah.
out.
Yeah. After his buff, right, Tomas?
Yeah. Yes. After his.
It took them off,
Listen. If everything that's been coming out that they've been coming out with is just gas and you're forced to play with it, this new stuff coming out, if it's not gas, they honestly drop the ball. They don't want to make money. They hate money. I'm sure Rohan will finally be playable once this new edition comes out. Like, if they don't, what are they doing?
They'll never be,
You know?
yeah.
Yeah.
No, we'll see. We'll see plenty of helms then.
All right. Let's,
Any other final thoughts on Robert's list?
I hope he wins.
I think there's
One
just too
and a
many elves.
Too many
Too
elves.
many.
Too many elves. He should have taken a
Yeah.
4th hero. Yeah.
He should have taken
I think so.
Bilbo, old Bilbo.
Yeah,
True. He should have
he
just
could've
said,
met-
I don't need the pure bonus at all. I'm gonna take big
Yeah,
fella.
you can get like you can bring, I think, independent hero Bilbo Baggins. Could have brought Bilbo Baggins.
Not with Gilgalad.
Oh, now with Gilgalad.
Yeah,
Well,
that
you
was-
can, but you just lose the pure bonus.
Oh,
Yeah.
Right?
yeah.
Well, yeah, who needs to
Could've done
reroll?
that, you know?
Who needs to reroll?
No, who needs to reroll at all? I completely agree. So I think
Needs a diversity
ultimately, to
quota.
summarize what everyone was saying, he needs fewer numbers because 31 is too high. They're L's for crying out loud. To drop to 27, take Bilbo, and we would be cooking. But yeah, I mean, I have no additional thoughts on this list.
Arwen on foot could do some damage as well. All right, let's move.
Well, the next list is actually mine, and it's really long. So I'll go through it. It
Interesting.
is Mordor Easterlings, and the leader is the Witch King with 3 might, 2 fate, a horse, crown of Morgul, and 1 additional will. He has 3 Mordor Urukai with orc bow and 2-handed mace, 6 orc warriors with 2-handed weapons. Grishnak is next. He has a shield and his warband. He has 3 Mordor Urukai with 2-handed mace and orc bow, and 6 orc warriors with 2-handed weapons. Then, with the Easterling contingent, I have Kamul on Fell Beast with 2 Easterling warriors with bow, 4 Easterling warriors with pike, shield, and they are black dragons, and then 6 Easterling warriors with pike and shield. Then I have an Easterling captain with shield, 5 Easterling warriors with shield and pike, 4 Easterling warriors that are black dragons with shield and pike, 1 Easterling warrior with a banner, pike, and shield, and 2 Easterlings with bows. So 46
add
models.
something.
You've played against this, Tomas, before. 10 bows and 10 might.
I barely won. Actually, no, we got tied.
We tied.
I would have won if I wasn't so bad at this game.
That's usually how it happens.
Yeah.
If
You know,
just
I
rolled
fair
all
enough.
sixes. If you just rolled all
You know.
sixes, you
No, but it was like if I didn't make this one dumbass move, I would have won against this list. But
Well,
you
let's-
guys-
all right,
you
here,
haven't
let's-
figured out the wrist flicking motion to get only 6s yet? Caleb
That's
hasn't
what-
taught you this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
it is a
well,
Caleb
you know,
special.
Alistair refused to teach me. I had to figure it out for myself, so I don't feel like I owe it. to
No,
him.
dude.
I took videos of us playing, and I imitated his wrist movement for hours until I cracked it. But I think
Yeah. Yeah.
in terms of the list, as always, I mean, I like the concept. I'm sure it will do well. There are optimizations that I would have suggested. Why have the 2 Easterling warriors with bows when you have warband slots for orc trackers?
That's true, actually.
Too late now.
Yeah, I know it's too late now. I think.
You just bought those, didn't you? That's why.
I did buy a box of these recently, but oh, I know why. It's because I can't put any trackers in because I have max bows in my Mordor slots using my Mordor Urukai.
Oh right, the Urukai. The
Yeah,
Urukai.
that's why. That's because I was like, oh, why wouldn't I have done that?
Oh yeah. Okay. Well, that's
I think
that's
many
I
two-handed.
suppose. No, I mean no. You can't look at a victor list and say too many two-handers. You gotta take the two-handers for granted. That being the case, it's quite a few bows.
Yeah, it's 10 bows.
Why
I like
why
the
why
I think you're
Grishnak
gonna
over
have more fun with
Gorbag?
it.
5
'Cause he's cool.
points. And also, I like him better at in the lore.
Yeah.
Grishnak is kind of awesome. Like, he canonically has probably seen Sauron, which is more than most orcs can say.
Yeah. Obviously, Caleb.
He's
Oh,
also
Blake
going to
is-
take the ring for
Hey,
himself.
Yeah.
But
Blake,
I also like
Blake,
the +1 to wound for backstabbers, you know.
Blake Hargrove is in the chat. Blake, can you sign up on Longshanks? Oh, I think he did. He probably has because it's now.
Chat is amazing.
Yes, here he is. He's here, and he is bringing. Well, All right. You add to the stats, people. Blake is bringing Boromir and Saruman. I suppose somebody had to do it to
Boromir and
round out the
Saruman,
edition.
Blake.
Boromir and Saruman.
Doing God's
with
work right there, dude.
Two bolt throwers.
Why don't you have Saruman, Tomas?
Oh my God.
Hey,
Why
hold
don't
on.
I have
To finish, like
because
to
of
actually
money?
give Victor legitimate commentation of his
Dude.
list. I like your
Yeah.
list. I think you're gonna have a great
Mhm.
time with it. Of course, there are a few like optimization things that like perhaps could make the list a little bit better, but that's a list for a good time.
That it
Um,
will
Oh
be.
yeah, I either kill or I get
Yeah.
killed.
I predict
Yeah,
good things.
like every
I
game is
predict
gonna
good
feel
things.
like I feel like you're gonna feel like you're in every
Mhm.
game.
Mhm.
And I think you're gonna have a good time with that.
Yeah. The Fell Beast just has so much game. You know, it is 50 points, but it is a headache, you know,
And it's-
facing off against that when you don't have anything that can like lock it down. So
The other
it
thing
is
is,
50 points,
it might
but
be
it
the
works.
last time Kamul sees the table.
I know.
Just
I
sad.
know.
It's quite sad because he's the actually only named Ringwraith. The Witch King is not a name; that's a title.
No. Yeah.
True, you should write GW about that.
Yeah.
It is unfortunate.
I'll get
He was the
Tomas.
If you
first
haven't
named
already.
Wraith to come out.
Yep.
I mean, I
And
can
on
try to
trophies.
send Jay another letter, but like I said, until I win this tournament, I don't really think he's gonna start acknowledging me.
It's this one particularly. This one.
This one specifically, I can. You know, he hasn't said anything to me, but I can feel it in my bones.
He's
Yes.
watching. He's watching right now.
He's in the chat.
I mean,
He's awake
Caleb,
at 3 in the
he's
morning. He's awake
always
at 3 in the morning.
watching.
It is really
Caleb,
early.
he's always watching. I mean, let's be real here.
That's why we love him.
Well,
46 models is good. 10 bows is gonna be good. You're gonna outshoot a probably surprising amount of people. Like you're not. If you get like a lucky first turn, you could debatably outshoot Rob Loader's list, which I think would be kind of funny
would be
if it
really
happened.
wild. Yeah. We'd both be wounding on sixes because obviously I'd put my bows behind my shields. But
Yeah.
I mean, it's possible. And with the thing is with Magic too, because you can put pressure on them to do that. Like if I'm draining your courage, you're gonna be like, oh well, I guess I'll have to go over there. I don't want to have 0 courage, right?
True.
We're getting comments on the speed of our list reviews. I suppose we should press
well,
on.
we can. Yeah. We
Ooh,
can,
wait. Who's making these comments? Who's making these comments?
Like as ascendant, I'm having a lot of problems because I'm hearing every word. You know, this guy right here, he's a true chatter, bro. Because he knows what's up, bro. He's actually
That is
listening.
said.
He's
For the
actually
record,
listening,
that is
bro.
said.
Oh, Ted, you're
That
doing
is the one
Lord's
who
work
says we're
listening,
going
bro.
too slow.
No, it's not. Ted's saying that he's having problems because he can listen to us. All right.
Yeah.
Let's overall, yeah.
Wait, he's having problems because he can listen to us.
Yes.
Yes, that's why.
He's hearing what we're saying, you know. You guys are saying some questionable things. I don't think I've said anything questionable this whole
No,
this whole
I agree.
thing.
You've been on point.
I
Dwarves
Alistair
are about
said
to
nothing
sixes.
weird at all. It's actually
You are
pretty
really
sure.
our resident expert of this game
You know,
right now. I
you
mean,
know-
everything you've said has been inspired.
Mhm.
I'm not gonna lie.
My lack of knowledge in this field is what gives me so much knowledge, you know. While you guys are so like tunnel visioned on your expertise,
yeah.
I can like see
Bring an
the forest for the
objective
trees,
third
you know.
party.
Yeah, I can see the forest for the trees. You guys are just like honed in, you know, have your blinders on, you know, been like taught yourself so poorly of this game.
We have to unlearn what
This
we've
is true.
learned.
No, I completely
Blake can
agree.
only hear me. Poor guy.
Victor,
I don't know
all
how
right,
that's
not
popular.
Victor. Tomas is absolutely right. In fact, I don't think I've ever heard someone so like profound in this
yes.
game, profoundly like intellectual about this game.
Oh, he's
I like to think of myself as an expert, you know.
Clearly you are. You've demonstrated that very, very well. What do we have another
But
list?
we
though?
do have
Just,
another list. We do have another list.
It is up currently. In fact, we're going to let Tomas, our resident expert, read it.
Thank you. So we have, pardon me, I was adjusting my audio. We're doing Survivors of Lake Town, allying with the Iron Hills. Very questionable choice, but okay, that is a choice that you can make. So we're starting off with Bard the Bowman, horse and armor. Interesting. But okay. We got Alfred, the counselor, Sigrid, and Tilda. It's another interesting choice. Sylvan children. Lake Town Militia with shield. 5 Lake Town Militia with shield. 5 Lake Town Militia with shield and spear. 5 Lake Town Militia with bow. And then we got Gandalf the Grey. That's a good choice right there. You know, you don't see enough Gandalf.
I agree.
Did you guys
He's on-
know
he's
that
on
he was
He's on
named
foot.
because he's a Grand Elf? Did you guys see why he was named Gandalf? Because he's a Grand Elf.
Yeah, we all. I saw Rings of
I mean,
Power.
You guys-
to be well, I mean, I lack the intellectual capacity to have put 2 and 2 together. So thank you very much for that, Tomas.
Yo, no problem.
Alistair, did you
we
actually
got
watch
another-
Rings of Power?
I actually haven't seen it except that scene, but I'm glad I saw it.
That scene. He
You're
loves
lucky.
that one scene.
You're lucky.
Yeah. Then we got Grandolph with 5 Lake Town Militia shield, another 5 Lake Town Militia with shield and spear, another 5 Lake Town Militia with bow, and then we got Dane Ironfoot, Lord of the Iron Hills. It's impressive, Lord of the Iron Hills. He's riding War Boar. He has 3 Iron Hill Goat Riders and 1 Iron Hill Dwarf with spear.
Yeah, this
Let's
is
see.
reasonable, really.
Yeah.
This is reasonable. I think he could have dropped a Goat Rider and given Gandalf a horse. That's my recommendation.
Oh, you know,
Gandalf needs
How much
no
was a horse?
Caleb. 10 points.
10 points.
whole
Yeah,
points.
I think you need another unit to go to at least 40. I think 840 is like the sweet spot. But this is like a horde army
Also,
because he
it's
only has
it's 797, which is kind of weird.
yeah.
If you dropped the Goat Rider to a normal guy, he could have given Gandalf a horse.
Well, he could have also, switched around some Lake Town militia and given them shield and spears, but
Yeah,
probably
that's what I mean, just why not fill
he's
out-
doing a WYSIWYG, could be doing WYSIWYG, that
and
the racial slur
Caleb's had
towards
that huge
wizards.
requirement, huge painting requirement. So he could only have
Oh,
these
yeah.
painted.
Oh.
Who knows?
Oh, wait, there's a painting requirement, Caleb?
There was, yeah. Do you not have
There
painted
was.
dwarves?
I'm not gonna lie. That
You
requirement's
don't-
not gonna
don't-
exist as
Oh,
soon as I
great.
get there.
Dude,
Well,
you should have tied like tournament points to the
Whoa,
requirement.
Tomas. I mean, let's be
Don't do
reasonable
much.
This is
here.
the first thing that Alishers disagreed with that you said.
I mean, I know that you are clearly a genius amongst imbeciles here, Tomas, but like we can be reasonable about this.
like Alisher.
This
The
is not
only reason
doing-
I'm not
this is
going to
bad.
this tournament is because there's a painting requirement. So, out of
true.
principle,
I feel like
going.
in all fairness, wait, do you have painted dwarves, Alistair? I've seen them.
Yeah, no, but some of them are not painted.
Some of them are not. Well, that's sad.
Anyways,
Well,
back to the list.
I choose to paint them with words. Like they mean so very much to me, and with like the emotional nature of the editions changing, I couldn't bring myself to it.
It's true.
Or
Aren't
Tomas.
Iron Guard
No,
going?
Tomas.
No, King's Champion's going, right?
The King's Champion is going.
Yeah.
And
I
I
wept.
think other
I wept.
units are too.
Anyway,
Yeah, geez, Tomas didn't even make the tournament because of the requirement. And Alistair's just like, I can just coast him.
yeah.
But
he's like,
we can't send him home now.
yeah,
we can't
fuck
send him
you,
home.
and
right?
I mean, remember, this is the tournament that will determine Jay
Mhm.
Claire's listening to Alisher or not. So it's a pretty big
Well,
deal.
see, everything's pretty interconnected, right? So I won Burke's Assault, and that gave me a lot of street cred, right? And I'm pretty sure. I mean, I don't know about your reputation in this community, Tomas. Clearly, you're one of the best players like in the country, but like Burke's Assault means a lot to me, and I'm pretty sure that like that gives me just enough street cred to get away with this.
like
So,
Alisher, I'm not showing up. I crawled so you can run, bro.
No, this is true. This is true. You've given me a chance here.
I broke down Caleb so you could be like, fuck, I'm an asshole, I need this painting requirement. I put it up. Tomas is not showing up. I feel so bad now, dude. Now that he's not showing up, and then boom, Asher, you hit him with the fucking cold water, bro, and he's like, ah, fuck, you know.
This is true.
I'm
This is
not,
true.
I'm an asshole, Tomas is not showing up because of me now, and now I'm forced to bend the rules for Alisher, dude. But it's a good thing,
No, this is true.
it's a good thing, Tomas,
It's true.
Crawl.
I mean,
No,
you
but
asked
I'm-
Caleb. He said there
I'm
used to
really-
be a painting requirement, so we're all
Mhm.
clear now.
Like I broke Caleb for you. You're welcome.
I'm
People are getting
celebrating.
antsy.
So wait, hold on.
People
So
are
wait,
getting
to
antsy.
my understanding, at least now 4 people are playing in this tournament. We've established that, right? 4 or
At least,
5.
yes.
All right, the
Okay.
people are angry. The people are angry.
We're doing
both
too
at
much,
Alisher's,
too much
both
banner,
at
not enough
Alisher's,
list talk.
too much banter, and also Alisher's cheating ways.
Yeah.
Specifically for the Lake Town Iron Hills, I don't know. I mean, I think it's a good alliance. Tomas's Iron side.
Right.
The
The
I
resident
think
expert here.
Thorin is probably, in my opinion, better. But because Dane gives benefits to dwarves, whereas Thorin is just a good drop in by himself.
Mhm.
So, you're not getting a lot of mileage out of the Fearless. You only get the +1 -1 on the reinforced rolls for the one warband, but Dane is still good. He still gets his Master of Battle.
Yeah, I mean, he is the Lord of the Iron Hills, and that
Mhm.
counts for something.
Yeah,
Dude,
impressive
I
title.
think it's a good list.
That is
It'll
a
be a
very impressive
fun-
title.
fun
I'll
play
give it to him.
against.
I'll give it to him, dude.
Yeah, I'll
This
see the
list-
games where Bard and Dane take off, and those are going to be the games where Daniel wins easily.
Yeah.
Like if Daniel doesn't win with this list, bro, I don't know what's happening in this game. But I think
All right,
he'll
you
Those
do
are
heard
some
it here
mighty
first.
words. Those are some
I know.
encouraging words.
Tamaz has placed the favorite, and it's not me, but
It's Daniel.
I'll
so-
get over it. But
so-
anyways,
My
have-
favorite list is the one that wins.
oh, there we go.
So I actually favor all these lists. All these lists.
That's
good.
That's the most maintained reputation.
I can't spread myself.
All right, let's
Not
move
thin enough.
along. Move it along. How many more
All
we
right,
got?
let's go on to the next list. So the next list we have are my first partner, Connor. His list here is the Serpent Horde and Far Harad Alliance.
There's some sad backstory behind this list.
We'll say it in a second. Let me read out the list and then we can talk about how sad this list is. I want this list to win so badly. I want him to win first. I'm just gonna say it. All right, so Soladan the Serpent Lord is the leader, and he has an armored horse. He is equipped in his warband with 7 Haradrim warriors with spear, 2 Haradrim warriors with spear and bow with poison arrows. Then he has 2 identical warbands, both with a Mahud King, with a war camel, a shield, and a war spear. Each of the warbands have 8 half trolls and 2 Mahud raiders with war spears. So it's only 32 models, but it's pretty ferocious.
Yeah, those half trolls have 2 wounds on them, cause terror. So it's annoying playing against them if you don't have bodyguard or really high courage.
Oh yeah, I played orcs against him one time. And
Do they have 2 attacks? I think they have 2
They have
attacks.
attacks.
They have two attacks, fight 5, strength 5, defense 6.
Yeah,
My
they should
one
not have 5. It's
my one big critique: there are no two-handed weapons, and there could
Yeah,
be.
he could have given half trolls 2-handed weapons, and he didn't.
but
I think-
they're fight 5, so they're practically getting that. Rolling that 5. Instead of rolling that 6. I mean, not 5/5. Aren't they strength 5?
They are strength 5 as well. Yeah.
They're strength 5, so they most of the time they have to roll that 5. So it's as if they're always two-handing. Mathematically speaking.
Yeah, I agree. That
I don't
makes
know what-
complete sense to me.
Unless you're really high, like dwarves, like
Oh, yeah,
defense
yeah.
8,
And
9. That's the only thing that's
Yeah.
gonna really
Yeah.
cause it
That
trouble.
defense 8/9. Yeah.
I would have
You're
liked to
not-
see 1 or 2 though.
Practically always two-handing.
He didn't have the points, and he does have. So if you add him up, does he have enough to support his line? No, he only has 9 spears and 16 half trolls. But you know what? A half troll can probably handle himself. Are there any banners? No, right? Oh, he has Suidan in there. So yes.
Illidan, what are you talking
Yes,
about?
yes, Suidan. Yes, sir.
You know nothing about this game.
The
I
band.
don't know. I thought it was a Harad King for a sec, but of course it is Sulidan. So yeah, I mean, I think it'll.
It's a really cool list. I really like
This is
it.
a Connor
It's all
list,
about
dude.
killing.
This
How
is
would
a
it-
Connor list through and through.
How would it match into Alistair specifically? Clearly, well, he is dead.
I mean, I'm
Those
terrified. I'm
fight 4,
literally
defense
just
7, countered
it's
hard.
over for me.
It's
It's actually
over.
just it's over for me. I'm kind of I'm having an existential crisis as I'm driving home. I'm just thinking
Feel
about it.
free
But in
I
it,
want to
turn
say
around.
that the sad story is that like this entire list is moving into legacy, and
Yep.
Sulidan.
Connor just
The
painted
Sulidan
these
part.
up, like just
The
painted
Sulidan
the
part.
whole army up this year.
Oh my god.
Bought all these half trolls, all that. Had tons of fun with it, running it. Didn't he take this to Nova or no?
Yeah, I think so.
And,
This is a mock
yeah, and now
this
it's
is
just
a commentary.
I don't think so. I think he took the soup. I think he took yellow soup to Nova.
Oh, oops.
I think Connor took yellow soup to Nova. But Soldan's gonna be nerfed next edition, so he's practically
Is there-
being seed. So,
Is there any? All right, wait. Okay. Trying to be methodical here because we're getting a lot of pushback on the lack of thoroughness of our commentary. Is there anything that y'all would change about the concept of Sulidan and Mahood Kings in an 800 point list? Would you
no, this list is
say?
perfect in every
I
way.
mean,
This list is perfect.
if I'm gonna run half trolls, this is what I want to run.
You don't
Exactly.
believe in Mahood Warriors? I actually like Mahood
No.
Warriors.
No, this is a half troll list. This is for the boys. This one's for the boys. Like,
Yeah.
it just is what it is.
Oh yeah, 100%. I agree with Alisher.
That question would require me to know what type of troop you're even talking about. So,
Yeah.
I like good. Analysis of this one's for the boys is pretty
This one's
good.
for the boys.
This one's for the boys.
I would say only 2 bows. He might run into some shooting issues, especially if he
They're
goes
not-
like to the
but
death or something.
shooting never works, so it doesn't matter.
Shooting never works. That's 100% true.
Seriously, against half trolls, shooting is unlikely to do a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
what the half trolls?
Like if you get maybe you spike once.
I'm
and then
more
you kill a
talking
half
about if he
troll.
gets rid of the camels. If you shoot out the camels.
Yeah, but the
You hide the
chances of that
camels.
happening, you had your camels. The chances of that happening very unlikely. If you play it right. Then what happens is that the camel runs into that gun line, just takes out
The whole line.
the whole line.
Ping-pongs through the whole line, yeah.
You just ping pong through that whole line because your archers most likely don't have that
Yeah,
high of a
actually,
defense.
last chance to comment on camel impact hits. Are they appropriately costed or not?
They're
Are
perfect
camels-
in every conceivable way. They're perfect.
Oh, who we got? Is this Connor himself?
Hey,
Jordy!
yeah,
Connor-
let's
Connor's
get
here
him
to
on here.
defend-
Come on, buddy.
defend his list.
Talk about his own.
No
list.
way, Connor, bro.
Connor doesn't want to talk. Connor just wants
He
to.
Just wants to
listen.
be on the stream. Hey, you're on the stream.
I like that. We're like, oh yeah, we actually need to be faster about this, and now we're like, actually, Connor, my guy, do you want to talk about this all over again?
Connor, you're muted, brother. Let us
Connor,
hear it.
your list is beautiful.
I also like it a lot.
Mhm.
Also,
I've lost
you
it
the one
plenty
who
of
made
times,
me
so I
it
think
cut
it's
off the
good.
top part of Alisher.
I am sad that it's going away.
Yeah, I'm also sad that it's going away. Like I don't know. Maybe I know a lot of people saw it coming, but doesn't
Hello?
make it better.
Connor.
Hello,
Connor.
Sorry, the stream was not letting me join voice chat, but I saw you guys were looking at my list.
Yeah, Connor. Assume that we even though we liked your list, assume that we hated it, and
Perfect.
assume we were trashing every aspect of it. How would you defend? We assume these criticisms fell along the lines of you're not going to be able to move fast enough.
Yeah.
You're gonna
you're low on might.
you're gonna be easily killed by heroes. You're gonna be low on might, and a fight 6 hero is just gonna have a field day. And we've already seen there's a foot Gilgalad out there, so you're cooked. How do you respond to that?
Well, my first response is that the entire list was built around the fact that I foolishly own a massive Farharad army, which is being legacied, and I was like, I might as well get them out on the table. So that was the first thought that crossed my mind. Why I own 16 half trolls, we should all question even
That is
before.
crazy.
I never
No, no, no,
once
no.
questioned that.
I actually think that's a few fewer than you really should have, honestly.
All half trolls.
But in terms
Yeah.
of actual like playability on the day, I have played some Farharad and Serpent Horde Alliance before, and like you do technically have March with Suladan if you need it. But at the end of the day, it's like you just park your terror-causing Fight 5 2 attack D6 line of trolls. You throw some spears behind them, and you just kind of hope that they crunch through anything else, and then your camels come in and hit the flanks. And if the dice go hot, it feels amazing, and if they don't, you lose.
Now, Connor, I was asking Tamaz this. Have you learned the wrist action to always get sixes yet?
So what I do is I come over to Caleb and I ask him to blow my dice, and that works really well.
Oh,
I didn't
okay.
see. Only Alisher knows that one time in Scotland, a man came up to me and like rubbed my head for luck, and that was probably the strangest experience of my Middle Earth career. It
That
didn't
is-
work.
Was
Wait,
this
how
in-
old were
I
you?
lost.
How
I
old
lost
were you
2
when this
damage.
happened?
How old was I?
Yeah.
I was 21. It was this year.
Oh, okay. Because if you were younger, that would have been another problem in of itself. But I think 21. You know, you can think of what it is. You know.
He was able to consent. Caleb
Yeah.
was fully
Yeah.
in a position to consent. It was
Okay.
consensual.
That's good to hear.
Yeah. But do we have another list?
We do. Connor, did you want to join us?
Sure. I'll watch along for at least another list or two. I'm intrigued.
Okay, let's go for it. Well,
Is there
even though
certif-
we wanted you to defend your list, all that, we did pretty much all like it. So
Yeah.
I want you to do well.
You know, yeah. You know, I've lost a list like this against you plenty of times. You know, I think you can go all the way home with this.
I don't know about that, but I appreciate it. At the end of the day, I'm just here to have some fun. So
Tomas said that this is the greatest list that he's ever seen in his entire life, and we've established that Tomas is the resident expert of this game.
You know, of the past 5 lists, which were all the greatest lists I've ever seen, this one is the greatest list I've ever seen.
I know that's true because it only has 2 bows, and Tomas, if he loves one thing, loves bows.
You know,
Oh, my
yeah.
word.
You know.
All right, well, let's go on to Chris W's list. He is playing Battle of Fornos, and Connor, do you want to read this one?
Let's see.
Yeah, you can see it, right?
I should be able to.
Yeah, Connor, if you thought you were going to freeload on this stream, you were sorely mistaken.
Yeah, we're getting
putting
the
you to work
workout now.
immediately.
We're getting our
We are getting our money's worth out of you.
One of 2 battles of Fornost, and it is not the same as the other.
All right,
Say that.
give it a read for you. So we have Glorfindel, fully kitted, of course, and then you've got your shield and banner elf with 4 with shield, 5 with spear and bow, and 5 with spear and shield. Arnor, I'm not actually sure. Aranor, I haven't had to.
I guess. What is
With
it,
the,
Caleb? It's Arner, right?
Well, let's look at the thing. I mean,
Or is it
there's
Araner?
missing. It's missing the umlaut in the.
No, we all know
one.
who this is.
But
this, we all know who this is.
with his
Arnor.
armor. It looks like we have a second
Arnor.
banner on a knight of Minas Tirith.
That is
With
interesting.
the shield.
It is
3
interesting,
more
yeah.
knights with shield, 6 warriors with shield, 5 warriors with shield and spear, and then finally you have Círdan with his 2 elves with shield, 2 with spear and shield, and 2 with spear and bow. So total of 9 models.
I've had a motion from Sam Fricky, who is also bringing his Fornost list, to compare Chris Wemple's to his. So I don't know, Victor, if you have it loaded in already, Sam's list. But if we want to,
I have that in already. Do you want me to move them side by side?
if that's possible,
Oh,
I think
it is possible.
It's
Give
possible. All right.
me a couple seconds.
Yeah.
Sam,
We
why
will
would you want to
debate.
embarrass yourself like this, man? Like, obviously, I know you tried, bro, but like, your list isn't gonna be better than this one.
I haven't seen it. I actually just
I mean,
Caleb
honestly,
just sent it to me like minutes ago.
It would if it does not have the third banner. I don't think it stands a chance.
The third.
Yeah, I
There's
agree.
a
I
third
agree.
banner. Wait, there's not 3 banners in this.
This one has 2.
This one has 2.
In order to be the superior list, it needs the third banner.
I agree. Jeez, Tomas, like your genius knows no bounds here.
All right, so here we go. Caleb
Wait.
has all the ones he sends me are white for some
Okay, it's one
reason.
bad.
He likes to blind himself.
Apologies.
Yeah.
But here
I
they
will send
are.
the next one in dark mode.
Dark mode is the best.
Yeah. This list is a little disappointing. Does not have the second
I'll
or
be
third
right
banner.
back. Here are the 2 lists, though. You guys can
It's
compare.
one fewer banner. It's fewer banners. Sam,
It's fewer
my goodness.
Dude,
All
I
right.
don't.
So wait,
Dude.
just for anyone not looking, this is Glorfindel with just Asphalot, so no armor of Gondolin here. An high elf warrior with banner and spear, 7 elves with bow and spear, 7 elves with shield, and then Aerner with the armored horse and lance, 8 warriors of Minas Tirith with shield, 5 knights of Minas Tirith with shield, Círdan with 3 elf bow spears, 1 shield spear, 2 shield, and a captain of Minas Tirith horse lance. So we have here 37 models with obviously 2 more might. Basically, the difference is Sam's has the captain with the horse and lance and does not have the armor on Glorfindel, the second banner on the Knight of Minas Tirith, and also has more war gear sort of distributed throughout. So there's fewer guys in this field. He does have 1 more knight as well, although one of them does not have a banner.
Oh yeah. Well,
all right. Well, I have an opinion, but I don't
Yeah.
want to say it because it's
Like-
not as funny. So I'll let other people go.
Well, I'll
Yeah,
start.
I don't want to hurt Sam's feelings, so I'm just gonna skip this one.
I'll start this one off. As the resident expert at this field, especially as a MT player.
Yeah.
I know my MT stuff. So first of all, doesn't have the third banner. Sam's list not gonna make it, but he does have the bigger cab force because he has the captain with horse and lance. So his cab force is greater. That's why he's missing 2 models. He did not take Glorfindel's armor, and he has a bigger cab force, and he's 2 models down on Chris W's. I think honestly,
How much
I haven't
is the
played
armor
with
of
the
Gondolin?
15 points. 15 points.
15?
Not worth it. Not worth it.
Yeah. That's like
Not
a
worth it.
model and a half, there.
He's gonna be happy. You have to take it though now, right? In the new edition.
Yeah.
Well, no. Actually, no. Because it has been legacied, it still means that you can take it. They just don't sell the model anymore.
But like
to my understanding,
in the profile, it'll say as war gear as armor of Gondolin, though, right?
Elrond is the only model whose unarmored version was removed.
Oh, okay.
According to the list.
What about
so
Elladan and
Glorfindel,
Elro here?
they can still. I have the unarmored versions. You can still take the unarmored versions, but they will no longer sell them. Like not even in Mesa orders, I guess. I don't know why.
Sorry to interrupt you, Tomas.
Legacy
I was just
list
curious
is
when you were listing
No,
that out. That's a good point about the armor, though.
That's okay, it's okay. I just feel this list has the greater cam force, especially because it has the captain with horse and lance. I honestly, I don't think. I feel with the battle for Nos, I just don't think taking the cab is that worth it. I would just rather have more elves and more troops.
That third banner too.
The third banner too would have made the huge difference. It would have been the superior list for sure, but just one banner. And he throws the banner on an elf. I think I would just throw the banner on a warrior, save a couple points. But no, he's at 800. What is he at? 800 points. I guess it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I mean, yes.
10
Yeah,
goes.
I mean,
maxed
in all seriousness, I told Sam I would inflate his ego a little bit. I do think the captain is the right choice. I think the Fight 5 hero is just objectively superior to having your banner on a model that you would theoretically
Captain
want
Minas
charging
Tirith
to
only
get the
fight
plus
4.
1 fight. The captain's only Fight 4, but he's Fight 5 on the charge. And
Yeah.
you get the 2 more might. Obviously, you lose out on models, but I think the D5 Glorfindel is actually, despite Alisher having a good run where he really liked his Glorfindel without armor. I think having him as your leader, which I don't know he does, in fairness. Oh yes, he does.
Sam does.
So
Yeah.
they're both. Yeah, they're both. He is the leader, and he is D5. So that is a risk.
I think you always have to make him the leader because Irner's,
You want Aaron to get in there, yeah.
of always charging, and then also he has the 2 extra dice for the to resist magic. So I think having him as the leader makes sense.
Well, actually, Glorfindel has 3 dice because
oh yeah,
resist
that's right.
magic on the whole army as well.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. So even better.
3 free dice. So like, yeah, he's not gonna get black darted or anything at least.
Mhm.
But yeah, a cheeky Legolas shot would not make Glorfindel
Yeah.
very happy in this list.
Yeah, but how often do people take Legolas? You know,
Apparently today, not at all.
Yeah, we haven't
Yeah.
seen a single
Legolas
Legolas.
I think he
No
might
Legolas
actually
is today.
Legolas might actually be the worst hero. No one's taking him. Clearly, has to be the worst hero.
I was gonna say it's actually interesting that you point that out because I think what they were saying about the new editions are like, oh, we want the popular movie character to be played more, and it's like, yeah, we haven't seen Legolas, we've seen Gandalf, we've seen
we have seen
0
Gandalf.
hobbits, we have not seen Aragorn, we will see Boromir. You said
We will see Boromir and Aragorn.
Dude, I can't wait to see that list. I think that list is gonna take it home all the way, dude. Unless Caleb, you kind of cuck that player with the scenarios, I think that list, it's gonna
which
go all
we
the
are
way.
still rolling, right?
Yeah.
Alisher clearly at a gas station right now.
No way.
No. All right. Well, all right. Let's have a vote. We have our 5 people here. Let's vote on which list is mathematically objectively superior.
Oof.
So have some controversy.
I'm not a math guy. You know, I use 2-handed weapons, so obviously not a math guy. Oops. So I would say I like damage, and there's a lot of damage in Sam's list. The captain and Ariner, pretty solid. 10 bows is pretty solid. The only thing is, I mean, I wouldn't really want my leader to have 5 defense. So I'll go ahead and vote first. I'll vote for Sam's.
Tomasz?
I think Chris, because he has a second banner. I think that second banner. If Sam had the 3rd banner, I would have given it to him. But Chris has the banner, edge right there. It's just a mathematically superior number 2. Compared to 1, so much better. But yeah, I think it's gonna go all the way to Chris. You should actually, Sam versus Chris. You should just. Everyone else is random in the first round except Sam and Chris. They gotta face each other. See who's better mathematically. Then we can solve this problem right here.
I'm not a huge believer. I mean, people look, banners are good. I think ultimately there's usually only going to be at 800 points 1 big area of fighting, but then again I often have a 6-inch banner and that covers it. So I don't like 2 banners, but I see that there is an argument for it, but still I think having the 2 extra might and the horse and lance captain takes it. Alisher, disagree. Piss him off.
You guys have all said some good things. Tamaz is clearly just a genius amongst men, so whatever Tamaz says is right. 2 banners is more banners than 1, and I like more, so we're gonna. I don't remember what the guy's name was, but his is better than Sam's.
Connor, you're a tiebreaker.
Oof. I mean, I think that both are fair. I think that Chris was probably put in a spot where you have to basically decide, do you add like a second banner or do you drop models to add a hero, which is what Sam did, right? Because like at 800, it's kind of awkward. You don't.
Yeah, he has full warbands, I believe.
He has full warbands, exactly. So it's like you either add the banner or you drop to add a hero. I think both are good. It's a little bit scenario dependent, but I have really, as like if you run a high fight value army, which elves are, that banner effect becomes a lot more powerful. So I think a double banner is really important. So I actually think Chris W slightly. I think both are good lists though.
For the record, the third option that no one has suggested is bring a Dunedain. They're in the list. They have one attack.
That's
Like,
They have one
bad
attack.
option.
That's why.
every time I tried throwing in a Dunedain with 6 hobbits, people have told me that is bad. So I would say that's bad, you know, but no one's brave enough to do it, you know. Everyone's a coward nowadays.
Bring all hobbits. Why not?
You could.
All hobbits and heroes. It's the new meta. Anyhow, okay, so we as a panel have voted that Chris W's is supreme, the best mathematical choice.
Mathematically best list. All right. I've been democracy has prevailed. And democracy has prevailed in the realm of mathematics, and we will now see.
Yeah,
You
Well,
know,
now you-
it's that second banner, you
That
know.
second banner.
He just, why didn't he add the third banner? Just had to add the third banner. Why didn't he add the third banner? That's where I don't understand, bro. It was so easy that it was stupid, you know.
Oh goodness. All right, next we have Max's list. And who do we have read? Who did we have read last time? I don't remember.
It was Connor.
Oh yeah,
Was.
Connor. Let's go back to Caleb then. Caleb, go ahead and read this one for us. This is Max.
All right. We are yet getting at it with Rivendell. This time, Gil-galad is on a horse. We have Rivendell enter points 33 models, 10 bows, 7 might. Gil-galad with horse and shield, with 8 Kingsguard, bow spear, 1 elf with a banner, 8 elves with shield. Glorfindel and Athaloth, D5 Glorfindel, but he's not the leader this time. Shield and spear, 8 elf shield and spear, 3 elf shield, 2 Rivendell knights, and Círdan by himself. We hope that there is no Maelstrom because Círdan may be in trouble there, but otherwise it is a good single drop.
Tomas killed me when I had Círdan get a 2
Oh,
or
yeah.
something. It was terrible.
Dude, but it was like, I also threw Boromir at him and just fucking.
Yeah, I won priority when I didn't want to.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
I couldn't.
wow.
I rolled a 2, so I couldn't mite it. I mean, I could have mited it down. I probably should have. Maybe I.
That
no.
was like,
I think
my
you have to
fifth
win
game I
time.
ever played. That was the 5th game I ever played. That game that I wrecked you.
was a
You're
wreck.
rolling super bad.
All right, so list analysis wise, obviously, well, I suppose I shouldn't say it. I mean, it's. I think it's of course better than the previous Rivendell list, but is it still too few models? Is this really how you do 800 points of Rivendell? Can you take Gil-galad and anybody else of importance in a list? Maybe. But if so, this is the way to do it. But I don't. I still feel like this is too few. Then again, you have the 2 heroes. Your whole army should cause terror if you have Círdan. And it's hard to get to the elves, and it's hard to kill them because they're fight 6, so they're outfighting you unless you have your own fight 7 hero. And you have to do something to deal with Glorfindel and Gil-galad running around. You can't shut down Glorfindel with magic. You can shut down Gil-galad with magic, but then you have to somehow take out Glorfindel conventionally. So I think it's not bad.
It's a good list.
You know, I think it works. Depending on the scenario, I don't think it's bad. But you know, I can see depending on the scenario where there's just too few models.
Maybe too few models and a little, I guess not as mobile as I would like. I mean, I don't know. I didn't have any Cav. I thought about putting Cav in my list because of that, but I don't know.
They have 8. You know, they have 2 Cavs on the leader.
Yeah.
You know, do they have
You
March?
don't
Any
want
of
to
them?
commit those to like a. I mean, you
have
know,
no
Tomas,
March.
you always sit Citadel guards on objectives. Citadel guards with bows.
Yeah. Yes, I always sit Citadel guards with bows on objectives. But
no march in this list. It's just
like,
I mean, it's okay.
Yeah.
It's really okay.
Yeah.
Like I'm
You
not.
don't
I'm
need
just saying
March.
that's the only issue
Yeah.
he might run into.
you don't need March or Cav as long as you roll good scenarios. So, as long as you don't roll straight scenarios for this person, Caleb, I think he's gonna have a great time.
I will. I am. Actually, I have so far been sort of iffy on Should I exclude the bad ones? Probably. I was going to
Yeah.
exclude contest C's, heirlooms, and storm the camp.
Dude,
Those are literally my favorite scenarios, Philip. What are
I-
you talking about?
you know, this is one of the last games, bro. You don't want people to have a bad third
That's-
edition
yeah.
experience,
I think
especially in a
that's-
tournament. Yeah, I think it's a safe.
I also think like
To do.
Kieran with blinding light, like there are some scenarios where you still want March just because movement really matters, but like blinding light will also help in some situations where you would
Mhm.
need to engage quicker.
Oh, for
But
sure, yeah.
he has 10 bows. I don't think there ever be, there ever be like anything that needs to, unless there's siege, where there's an overwhelming bow superiority. But I don't think you'll lose with 10 bows against most lists.
Yeah, 10. I mean, I have 10 bows, but I mean, obviously, this elf shooting is gonna
Yeah.
wipe the floor with that. So
Especially
and
Rivendell elf
blinding light
shooting.
and all that. Yeah.
Mhm.
So yeah, a lot of lists are gonna have to come into this, which is terrifying because you have Glorfindel and Gilgalad. I imagine on either flank that can just tear through your line.
Mhm.
But yeah, I think it's a pretty good
Yeah.
list.
I think it's solid and it'll work. Of course, some scenarios it's not going to work, but that's with every list.
I'm surprised at how many people are taking Glorfindel without armor. I guess this is just news to me.
Yeah, I
Hey,
don't know either.
as long as your character doesn't die, it doesn't matter how much armor they have.
Yeah,
That's actually true.
yeah.
But
If you keep rolling, I wonder. Do y'all think do you think he's wasting any of his Kingsguard upgrades on the fact that, like if is he gonna leave any of these bow guys to guard an objective and have them be wasting their fight 6? I mean, that's only a 1 point difference at that point, but you could have given the banner a spear or something like that.
yeah,
Well, like switch out the King's Guard, and the shield spear Glorfindel guys. Maybe.
Yeah,
Just
I
like
think that probably would have been more efficient. In fact, I wonder why that isn't the case. I guess he just possibly didn't think of it.
Yeah.
Or he just wanted to be clear. He didn't want to have, but he really could have just transferred he just could have swapped straight the bows and shields. Because the bows and shields.
It also makes your King's Guard D5 now, which is unfortunate.
Yeah, I don't know.
But your Kingsguard
is-
are the back line, so because they have the spears, so they should technically have a less likelihood of dying.
Well, sure, until the front line dies.
Well,
Oh,
also,
yeah,
what if it's
but,
D3? Oops. What if it's?
Oh.
I keep doing that. I keep forgetting.
On jump scare.
Yeah. What was I saying? Oh yeah, if it's like a D3 army, they can shoot past that first line and hit your guards killing on 5s, which would be.
Yeah, but you have blinding light. You have blinding light,
That is true.
and you
Yeah.
have the bow superiority. You're not gonna want
How do you
to try
split
to
this
outshoot
up?
him.
How do you split this up for divide and conquer?
Ooh, you probably put Kierden with. You just say
Glorfindel?
fuck it, Kierden. No, you just leave Kierden. You just say
You
screw it.
just say Kierden.
Kierden's just dead, and all of your elves are together. I think.
Interesting. I was just that came to mind when looking at this. Yeah, I mean, then
But to
you
be
would
fair,
have
I mean, we should have been probably considering divide and conquer for some of these others, like the
survivors.
like the Dane one. Do you just
Yeah.
leave Dane by himself, or do you leave Gandalf on foot to guard his
Oh, yeah,
15
that's rough.
sheep by himself? I don't know, but we don't know if that's going to be the case. Should we break this up by? Should we break up the list by doing the scenario review? Because people, I assume, are getting tired.
Yeah, let's I have one more list. It's the con list. So we can look at that real quick and then we can roll for scenarios and all that and wrap up.
Okay.
Wow, we've gone through all these lists.
No, not
already?
all of them. We've done about what, like 7.
We're getting
Well, we need one more. You saying we need one more?
Well, I just had it already. Didn't want my hard work to go to waste. Been doing this in the background the
That's
whole time.
fair. That's very fair, Victor. Do not let your hard work go to waste.
Thank you. I will not. All right, so the last one is indeed, we saw in the jump scare, it is Cond
Thank you.
and Mordor.
Woo!
And let's
Wow, that's
Tomas, you
that
want to
is
read this one for us?
something.
Yeah, so we have Riangs of Khan and Mordor. We got the Kaddish King with Chariot, Kaddish Chieftain with Chariot, the Kadoosh, the Fire Kardoosh, the Fire Caller, 2 Orc Rider, 1 Orc Tracker, 3 Orc Warrior with Shield, 3 Orc Warrior with Spear, the Dark Marshal on horse, 7 Morannon Orcs, 7 Morannon Orcs with Shield and Spear. The first 7 Morannon Orcs had a shield. Shagrat,
You forgot the drummer.
Captain of one Orc drummer. My bad. Shagrat, Captain of Sirith Ungol. Shield of Sirith Ungol and heavy armor. 6 warriors with spears. 6 orc warriors with shield. You know, they're running con. Clearly, they're gonna take this all the way. You know,
Is this the
I've
best
never seen
list you've
con.
seen?
Yeah, I've never seen con before anyone played in my life. You know,
Neither. I'm
I've never
excited.
seen I think I've only ever seen like one battle report, and I don't even think I saw the whole thing because it was boring. Running con, and I think this person has what it takes. You know,
To go all the way?
Aaron.
I just met Aaron at the last tournament, and he frightened me with how calm he was the entire time. I don't know, but a lot of my trickery is I'm quite friendly, and I sort of do that and then give bad advice, and that often works out for me. But I mean, I don't know. I've been told. I don't know if I actually do this, but this time there was zero opportunity for bad advice giving, and it was frightening. So I think
Stonewalled you.
I would say do not expect to riz this man. He is riz resistant.
He's got good, very good mobility. He's got that drummer, and obviously the 2 chariots.
And the 2 chariots, bro.
Yeah,
those
huge.
chariots, man.
He's got
Sounds
Kardoosh,
like
which
a
is also,
plane.
Kardoosh is going into Legacy. He's got what is the
Dark
range
Marshal
on his...
going into Legacy. Shagrat, Captain of Kirathungal going into Legacy. All 5 of these heroes are getting Legacied.
That's right.
Morannon orcs are also going into Legacy.
Yup. The Orc Warriors are actually also going into Legacy.
Oh my gosh.
Mordor is getting deleted.
Yeah.
There's no Mordor. They barely played a role in the story.
You know, yeah. You know. The Dragon Emperor on Pelican played a way bigger role than the Fellowship in the books and in the movies. He was the one carrying the ring to Mordor, dude. Yeah.
I like this
Sadly,
list. It's super spicy.
The chariots do not get a banner, which is very sad. Only the orcs get a banner from the Dark Marshal.
Yep.
And so yeah, the chariots just have to hope to roll well.
I think that's.
Well, doesn't everyone? Doesn't everyone?
I think they can.
Yeah,
but
if they do,
know,
he's gonna sweep.
Like that, he's bringing 2 chariots, so he has redundancy built into this list with the 2 chariots. You know, so
now
if one
Caleb,
sucks, the other one's going to do good.
What is the difference between the king and the chieftain?
The king is higher. More attacks. I'm actually going to check, though. I was going to say higher fight, but I don't believe that's actually the case.
I'm curious what the 40 points is worth.
It has strike,
I know it's 3 attacks.
It has another attack, and it has strike.
Okay.
But they're both fight 5.
Really? Interesting.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, okay. They have the king is higher courage, higher defense, has 1 more will, and has he's a the Khandish king is a banner. So both he counts as a banner for himself and for the chieftain.
Well, that makes it even better than A.
Yeah, and the king has march, resolve, strike, and they both have bows.
Very cool. Very cool. Yeah, I like this list. It's gonna do well when really in a lot of scenarios because he's got 41 models. He's got a lot of D6 sprinkled through. He's got a lot of good killing power. He's got magic. Yeah, I think it's a solid list.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, Victor, since you are streaming, I suppose, how did you feel about being our die roller for the scenarios?
Sure.
We've
How do
seen.
Oh, where are my die? My dice are downstairs.
Oh,
Tomas, I passed
oh no, I
this.
was,
Oh, what were you
I
gonna
was
say?
like, if I screen share, does that?
Oh no,
Okay.
that's gonna complicate things. Don't do it that way.
All right. I was gonna roll them like that. I guess we'll just have to trust. We'll have to trust Tomas.
All right, let me get
Yep.
my.
Trust
Let me get my
Tomas.
dice,
That's a
dude.
big ask.
He could angle his camera down. I can change this.
Yeah,
Actually,
I'll just angle my camera down. You know, these are my lucky dice. These are the ones that I make sure to bring out against Connor because I know they always roll sixes. Um,
Is that
Yeah.
when I loaned you my armies too?
yeah. I'm gonna roll these down. How many dice do you want me to roll?
We gotta have six. Six dice.
Wait, we're playing 12 games tomorrow, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wait,
Well,
do you just want me to roll one dice at a time or two separate colored dice?
I whatever you feel is most dramatic. I'm
Okay, we're just rolling one dice at a time.
okay. All right.
Let's see. Oh, I had to turn
So
off this background. Give me a second.
first of the day. All right.
Let's see, dude.
here we
Let's
go.
see,
First
man.
of the day.
All right.
Get it.
We got our
Can you see
dice.
this?
Let's get an
Can you
orc
see
drum
this?
roll. An orc drum
Yeah,
roll.
Cool.
get those
Number.
glasses. Get those glasses as a dice
These are
tray.
my dice tray.
It's off camera. It's
Okay, I'm just gonna redo that one.
all right. The camera's all right.
Okay.
Oh,
No, that's
all right.
not.
Five.
It's a
It's
five.
five.
It's
It's
a
a
All
five.
right.
five.
Maneuvering. Okay. So
Five.
you have the option of rolling a 3, 4, 5, or 6 here, but not a 1 or a 2. So roll another die.
Yeah. Just gonna roll a red one. You know, these are from the Oscilia box.
Starter box.
Yeah, starter box. It's a one. Oh my god!
All right.
I'm like
Unfortunately,
really mad at this.
the five has been lost to the void. We have to start again.
Oh, the 5 has been lost to the void. All right.
All right.
Let's go.
Roll another pool. If
Okay.
it's 5 again, it's okay.
It's a three.
3. Okay, that's fine. Whatever. Oh no, it's not. Okay. Do not roll a 1 or a 2.
No, it's not.
Do not roll a 1 or a 2.
Okay, a
All right.
five.
Great. First scenario of the day is going to be retrieval.
Yes.
Hey, that's
No!
I love retrieval.
Is that
Let's
a good
go.
one? Yeah, it is. You know.
That's awesome. Let's go.
It's
Retrieval
all
round.
right. Second round. But after the first round will be lunch and then trivia, which will be $5 a correct question. We'll come up with those on the day.
Yeah.
All right.
Which
Second
one?
second game is going to be
Oh,
pool
one.
number 1. Okay. Do not Tomas, Tomas really taking all the balance. Do not roll a 1 or a 2.
Six.
All right. That is fine. It is command the battlefield.
Radical.
Yeah. Right?
Right.
I don't even know what that one is.
Command is good.
It's corners. I apologize to the lone drop tiered end guy.
Yeah, actually, we didn't even think about that. We were talking about divide and conquer, but yeah, command the battlefield. You also have to split up pretty good.
Mhm.
All right, and then our final one is going to be pool number. I'll also exclude a 1 if it's a 1 again.
The five.
The 5, okay, that's fine. Do not roll a 1 or a 2.
Oh, okay. I thought you said 5 was lost to the void.
No.
It's a five.
It's a 5. All
Okay.
right, so it is then divide and conquer. Okay.
Nice.
Nice, dude.
That's funny.
Yeah.
So yeah. All right, there's gonna be a lot of split up armies.
Yeah, that's cool.
Mhm.
Okay, so we've got retrieval, command the battlefield, and divide and conquer. I will be posting those in the chat. Let's see what the people say. They don't care. There's no commentary.
They're asleep.
They've long tuned out.
They're all
They are
asleep.
not interested.
Although we consistently had 8 viewers, so maybe there's just eight
Yeah.
8 people holding on.
Sam, the Battle of Fornos guys are also not happy. This is actually bad news for many lists.
Yeah.
That's what we want to hear, dude.
There
I
are
honestly think
there's there's 5 Kirdens, and they're all not happy.
Oh
yeah.
no.
Yeah,
Did,
those are some rough rolls, Thomas.
yeah, my bad. My bad. You know, did we not see any host list on any hosts of the Witch Queen?
We didn't go through
Yeah,
all the
there
lists.
there
No, we didn't
there
go to.
there are two more hosts of the Witch King. So okay, I'm gonna be posting that in the chat.
Mm.
Um, well, who of the list we've seen so far, which really like these scenarios?
Well, if the Battle for Fornos had the third banner, I think that one would really like,
Yeah,
all these scenarios. But
Uh,
no third banner, no third win.
true
Let's
that.
see. Actually, Roberts might like this. Robert splitting up and skirmishing
His
with his Noldorine
his
exiles.
Guild War.
And yeah, he
Robert
doesn't
Loder
have
meta pick.
Círdan. He doesn't have Círdan, so he doesn't have to worry about any of that. He's got Elrond with 3 horse archers as well. Although Gil-galad's on foot, but I mean,
Whatever.
whatever. Robert might like these scenarios.
Yeah, Robert's gonna be laughing at our foolish dismissal
Connor, how
of
do
his
you
list.
feel about these?
for my list,
Yeah.
I mean, Divide and Conquer is not terrible because you can. It's the same exact Mahout warband twice over, so you pair one with Suladan. It's like fine, and like half trolls can survive on their own for a bit. Command the Battlefield's not great because I don't have a ton of mobility, I don't have a ton of numbers, and I don't have good courage. So that's a rough one, but just depends on who I face off against and how it goes, where you end up on the table. But
In retrieval, you're just gonna bust through the middle, I'm guessing.
I mean,
And
again,
break
it
'em.
depends on kind of what the other person's running.
Your raiders are known as expert rider in your list, right?
No, the camels are not. They're not expert riders. They're
They're
barely
bad. They
hanging
just
on.
barely make it
They're
on there.
Yeah, they're honestly they don't even need to be there. It's really the camel show. The camel's doing
Just
all
the
the work.
camel. Can I
The,
just
the
pay for the
rider is
camel?
useless, to be honest.
Oh gosh.
The camel's gonna pick up the flag and carry it back.
Yeah, there we go. Hey, they haven't the beast rule is not out yet, so
It's kind of
not out yet. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not too messed up about it. I'm fine about with those. As long as I can pair off Easterlings, one Easterling warband and one Mordor warband, I think I'll be okay. I'll just put the pikes
Yeah.
in where I need them.
My ringer list was Rohan, and I now feel as if that would almost be unfair because these are 3 scenarios that Rohan quite likes.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I will not do that because I was going to do that just to be like have some fast games if we needed it.
Caleb invited us all to his tournament just so he could beat us.
Yeah, actually, I actually am going to bring Rohan now that I know the scenarios. I don't know.
Is
Give
there
it
is
to
there going to be a
Oslo,
need for
guys.
the ringer since we're full? I guess 20 doesn't divide evenly.
What? No, if I don't know, if something happens. Well, the problem is
Yeah.
actually is that we have 21 because there's a guy who really, really wanted to come, and so he's bringing his own table and board and terrain, and he's determined to play. So if need be, I will play him 3 times with 3 different armies. But I think we'll probably just feed him in and have him pay $20 to the award pot.
Okay.
Damn, bro.
That's interesting. Didn't know about
You should have told me. I probably would have come yesterday so I can do the ringer list. But I made plans, so
You could have been the
Yeah.
ringer.
yeah, I could have been the ringer, dude. No.
Shame
What
on
do
you,
you-
Caleb.
I
Yeah.
know. Well, my
Very-
secret plot, of course, is to play. I have fond
Mhm.
memories of playing All Foot Fellowship
Mhm.
in my the first time I ran this.
Mhm.
I
Oh,
really
I-
tried. I really tried to win those games. I had Build a Pony and all. I had Build a Pony and all 9 members of the Fellowship on foot. It did not happen. I really did lose. I really did lose all 3. There just is not a lot Fellowship can do.
Sadly.
I want to see. I'm sorry. I wanted to see the list that had the double board thrower with Boromir. I wanted to
Yeah.
see that list. Can we bring
Well,
up that list?
I can't. I don't know. I don't know if
have
Victor
it.
has that up. I can make it. I can mock it up for him.
Yeah,
I did.
because
I
I
said
think
11.
I gotta run
that
guys off
one with
to
the double
tomorrow.
bolt thrower. I think
See
that
ya
one's just gonna
tomorrow.
take it home. Yeah,
See it.
just
It is 11 now.
It is 11. Yeah.
I think it is perhaps time to
yeah.
We should wind down.
people can check out Longshanks on
Mhm.
their own.
I'm amazed my
Not
son has
to
not woken up this whole time. So
not to
you're
alarm you,
doing good.
Caleb, but I have been within the vicinity of where you live for a while now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we don't have to. I mean, unless we want to have him pop up on camera, we don't have to negotiate that now. Are you?
Have to
Well, I guess
negotiate
we'll
it.
find out. Yeah. Well,
Did you send it over?
what? Which list? The Fornus one?
Yeah.
Or not the Fornus one? The double
No,
bolt
the
thrower one?
double bolt thrower, the one Tomas needs to see before we get off.
All right.
I need to see
Okay.
this one.
All right. Okay. I'll
Needs
get.
it.
I mean, I know what
Yeah,
I've done.
this one's. I'm looking at it right now. 26 models. It's very spicy. You know, a couple
It's
models too few. But you know, I
nonsense.
think those bolt throwers. I think he'll be able to take it all the way home.
We know the scenarios. We know he's
Yeah, you said
the maelstrom. The
you
maelstrom is not gonna be good.
you said that we know the scenarios, but that means that
what's the
I
guy's
would
name?
have to know what those scenarios are, which I
Blake.
don't.
His
You
name
can
is
say those
Blake.
It's
names,
Blake.
and I don't know
It's
what
Blake.
the hell they are.
Balake. Here we go. Just as soon as I get it from Caleb, I'll put it up.
That's nice.
War Wars Minas Tirith. I mean, I of
Next
course
time, let
like the
Alisher
guns.
roll.
Yeah,
It says.
if
what
only.
else?
We have 3 Oscilius veterans with spear bow. That's fun. I just bought some Oscilius veterans.
They're about to
Yeah,
get legacy.
No, they're not. No, they're not.
Just
Actually,
kidding.
They're still there.
they're gonna get buffed, and they're actually gonna be
Oh,
good
they're
in
gonna
this
be
next
buffed.
edition.
Oh, this is Minas
Yeah.
Tirith. Of
Amo-
course. Tomas is gonna say it gets buffed. I forgot.
Hamas just knows.
What? I just think about it, guys. You know,
Just
Minas
think about
Tirith hasn't had the it's time to shine. They're how much
True.
are they in
They've
the
been
movies,
terrible
bro?
this edition.
Oh gosh.
How much have they been in the movies, my guy? You know, it's like
Wow.
Rohan and MT the movies, and like they're not that good. If this edition they don't make them good, I don't even know why they even had movies.
True.
I agree. That was pretty stagey.
Unless I'm missing something, it seems like does this list have? This is like a 750 point list. Oh, there is
No.
another bolt thrower. There's another bolt
Yeah.
thrower.
I'm like, this list is 798.
No, it's. I'm missing something crazy here. Is there
98.
also why is it only 26 models? I don't know how he did this. This has more models than he's
Well, it has
he's
Boromir
done.
with the banner.
No, for sure. I don't know how this has come to pass. I assume he has 3 bolt throwers. Blake is in the chat. Blake,
I don't know
do you
how
have
this has come to pass.
do you have 3 bolt throwers or do you have 2? Because if you only have 2, you have room for like many more models than not many more. You have like 40 points.
Infinitely more models. You could bring 50 more models.
51 point models. All
Blake,
those 1-pointers out there.
Blake, you are bringing double bolt throwers. You're doing God's work. God is proud. You know, the Siege community, the Middle Earth strategy battle gamer community, the Siege community has been, in the shadows for too long.
Oh, no.
We need to rise up. Us Siege enjoyers need to rise up and win.
I'm just gonna fill out his list with more dudes because I don't know what's going on and why there aren't.
Well, Tomas says he has it up too, so he can check any discrepancies. He is the expert after all.
He has swift reload. That's why.
Oh, right. Oh my
and he
god.
has an additional crew. I'm like, no, there's 70 points.
Swift reload. Yes, that is something.
Okay, I think this might be too much.
Too much.
I,
Us
I don't know about the
5
Swift
seconds ago,
reload,
us siege
but
enjoyers.
Blake, to each their own. But if you don't win it all, we know Swift reload is bad.
Who's two
You should
bolt
have
throwers?
brought the third bolt thrower. If you do win it all, Swift reload was the way to go, and you're right on long.
Yeah, he's right.
The
But
proof
yeah,
is truly in the pudding.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so here is that list that we've just been talking about for a long time.
This list with Saruman.
Oh, I love Saruman in this. I didn't even see it. The only two people looking at it were Caleb and
This
Tomas.
list is doing God's work. I
I
probably
thought
would
you
have taken
hated
out
Damrod though.
Damrod, Ranger. Oh yeah, I hate that guy. I think he's bad because he's just a 1/1. He's like a
15
fight.
might. 15 might. That is
I
strong.
think you shouldn't have thrown. I think you should have just taken out the banner of Ministeriff and just added another bolt thrower. Because that's 40 points for that banner, and you don't even have that many
Why
troops.
have a banner when you can have 6
And
Swift
the-
reloads?
He does have fight 5. No found court. What are the Ozvets?
Oh, he has Osgiliath's veterans. The Osgiliath's
Yeah,
veterans are giving him fight 5.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fight 5. What are the Ozvets defense and strength? Strength
5
3.
and 3. Strength 3, defense
Yeah.
5.
Defense 5. Okay.
Yeah, you can put shields on them. They do not have access to shield walls.
They all have
even though
bows
they're
in this
veterans.
list.
Even though the Osgiliath vets are used to be regular warriors of Ministeriff,
They
forgot.
lose. They forget
forgot.
how to do it.
They
Just like we had to
forgot how use the shield
unlearn.
wall,
Just
they
like we had
unlearned
to
just
unlearn.
Founding Core guards. Founding Core guards, I guess it's hereditary, you're just born into that role. You don't even have to learn anything, bro, because you forget the shield wall.
Well, what do we think about Saruman in this list? That's going to be pretty big in changing the way that people approach it.
What we think about Saruman, it's another range tool,
Yeah.
The Sorcerer's Blast. He's just gonna smoke him before they even set foot. Before they even get close to him. So,
well, not in these scenarios.
Well, that would require me to know what exactly.
Yeah, what would you? All right,
scenarios
Tomas,
to
what
do
would you?
exactly.
What would you split up in divide and conquer? What do you do? So you have the bolt throwers
Wait.
in one spot.
You either have to show me the picture of the scenario, because I do not know what those scenarios are. I have not been playing this game for that long.
Basically, the point just you have to split up your army in 2, but the bolt throwers, I think, go down together.
Do they go down first, right?
Do they? But they
go down first.
But do they walk 6 inches from the board edge?
No, they don't. They don't maelstrom in. They just deploy. They deploy within 6 inches and within 12 of a corner.
Does he have March in this list?
Yeah. Oh no, not Boromir. That's right. Sorry, he does not.
Yeah,
have
he does not have March.
I always use Fellowship Boromir.
What he's doing, he is putting the bolt throwers in the back, putting the rest of the army in the front, calling a move, and then just kiting back. You're just kiting back.
Right,
with
but
this
in Divide and Conquer, you're starting on the corners. So basically,
you're starting on the corners.
There's the two opposite corners you have to start in. So what Caleb and I are saying is like what would you split up in those two? Because you have to deploy one into each round. It's alternating between you and your opponent.
I think do they have to be on the same corner?
The bolt throwers, yes. Is that right, Caleb?
Yes, I think you choose one board edge overall for the siege engine deployment, and then the 2 bolt throwers have to go down on that one.
Gotcha.
But I'm not sure, and I should learn because
you're gonna have to
learn.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask you this question tomorrow. You're gonna be like, "You have no bolt throwers." I still need to know.
All right, I have the book.
All right. Well, he's looking it up. How would you split it up? Let's say that you just could deploy them with your army.
Okay, so we're just gonna deploy if they had to be both on the same edge, in the same spot. You just if you have to put both throwers, you put both throwers.
You don't split
I
them up.
think you put if you have to put them like together. Okay, if you can split them up, yes, you split them up. But if you can't split them up, you just put them on one side, and then you basically have the rest of your army on one side, and then the bolt throwers on the other side, and it's like they're gonna have to send people to the bolt throwers to shut them down.
Not
But you're gonna
they're not going not in that scenario. Well,
how's that scenario
can you
work? I don't
move? You
even
can
know
move
how
the
that's
bolt thrower.
yeah, you can move them 6 inches as long as
Oh yeah, if
two or
you
three
spend a couple
are
rounds
touching them.
moving, you could probably get them in position to just fire on the middle, depending on the terrain.
Yeah, it depends on the
That
terrain.
might not be too bad. But you would have to put one warband with them, since it has
Yeah.
to be even.
Do you just sacrifice Damrod?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
probably.
sacrifice Damrod. Yep.
You don't
Or
like
do
him
you
anyways. All right. Well, yeah, that's I like the list in terms of theory. I don't know if it'll do well with the scenarios that we've rolled, but it is very gun line. It's very I'm going to stay put and let you come to me. Like if we had to the death, this would be a great list for to the death. 15 might too.
Yes. So yes, the siege engines do have to be deployed within. They have to be deployed in the same section, but they don't have to go down first.
Okay.
They just often
Caleb,
go down first because.
where are you?
Where am I? Oh, I am in Residence Hall. Residence Hall too.
Yeah, we can
Not
wrap
to
this
like
up too, so you guys
air
can
out your
get there.
personal business.
I think I'm gonna run out and get this man. All right, it's been
1 hour and 45, 106 minutes.
Amazing.
Mhm.
Well,
beautiful.
I
Well,
feel
I'm
like
excited. I'm excited to see you all tomorrow.
Yep.
It's
Except
going
for
to
George.
be good. It's going to be
Yep.
fun.
Wish there wasn't a plane requirement. If not, I would have gone. But other than that, I'll eventually see you guys.
Rock on,
Yeah.
boys. Well, we will try to stream the results here shortly.
Mhm.
After all, I think there's not really a podcast for the East Coast that goes through these lists, so I think that we can find a little niche for this streaming thing.
Yeah, we may return. I'm sure our viewers found us exceptionally delightful.
We still have 6 somehow.
Yes,
as we're just rambling.
All
right. Well, I think we're gonna have to bid our 6 a fond farewell.
Yeah.
And
we'll
I'll
go
sally
ahead
forth
and
at the end of the night.
Ted, go to sleep, Ted. I know, like, stop being obsessed with me.
I will see you all except Tomas tomorrow.
Yeah.
And I'll see you in like 2 minutes.
Yep. See you later, guys. Have a good night.
Take care, everyone. Good night. Good night, chat. Stay informed.
And that's where we're gonna end it.
Yeah.